it's not necessarily common knowledge. It's just I'm trying to think of a fun way to put it. Um, a dying scene and a Craigslist ad. Boom. Headline right there.
Hell yeah.
Hey, all you recovery emo kids, Amanda and Rob here at the Emo Kids Anonymous podcast. And on today's episode, we are joined by emo legends Ben Quad. They just had a new album come out in November, Wisher. They're going on tour this spring with some of our friends, Aren't We Amphibians, and Riley. And we got to sit down and talk with the whole band about their origins, about the new album, about the tour, about Star Wars, about my favorite thing, Lord of the Rings. It was just like, it was an absolute blast, this episode.
Ben Quad is awesome, right? We
Yeah, they
love
are,
all
yeah.
four of the Ben Quaders.
We really do, yeah.
Incredible band, interesting story from going from Craigslist to this. Just hearing like Sam is like borderline accidentally inspirational at times, where it's just
Yeah.
like just a beautiful outlook on things. Obviously, Wisher is one of the bigger emo records of the year, and Ben Quad have been one of the, they've been making a lot of noise, and it's only going to continue. And it's very nice when we have bands like that are bigger, and then you get to know them, and you're like, oh, these guys are fucking sweethearts. Like, you want them to do great. And that's how I feel about Ben Quad. And you guys will get to see that. But first, we have to tell you, if you're watching this, please subscribe. Follow us on Spotify, Instagram. Our TikTok account was banned
We don't
yesterday.
know.
We don't know what happened. Is Big Emo out to get us? Do we have ops? Do we have haters? Is there a glitch in the system? I don't know. Either way, not the biggest deal. You can still find us on Instagram at Emo Kids Anonymous. You can find us on Twitter at Emo Kids Anon Pod. And on TikTok, you can now find us at Emo Kids Anonymous Podcast. We'll see how long until TikTok gets mad at us again. But either way, we don't need you. We don't need you. Okay?
China.
Yeah. I'm not going to say much about them here because I think they have a lot of power over us. I don't know. But once you've done that, go check out neverphasenetwork.com at neverphasenetwork. All that would be great. And as always, this episode is brought to you by our friends over at Protégé. It's the all-in-one face cream, face serum. It has retinol. It has sunscreen. It could take your face from fresh to fucked in no time. Created by Gabe Saporta of Midtown and Cobra Starship. You can go over to protege.com. You get a bottle of this, your first bottle of this, for only $10 American dollars. So you can do that now, or you can do that after the episode. Either way, no big deal. But yeah, protege.com, emo kids at checkout. Now that being said, I don't know. Do you got like a Lord of the Rings quote you want to say before we do? I've never even seen it.
There's some good in this world, Mr. Frodo, and it's worth fighting for. And that's what Ben Quad is. The good in this world.
God, I guess we've told it a lot of times. I'm trying to think about a different way to say it. And I'm not saying we've told a lot of times like, it's not necessarily common knowledge. It's just I'm trying to think of a fun way to put it. A dying scene and a Craigslist ad. Boom. Headline right there.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Sam. I got the fucking tagline for the episode.
Boom.
Thank you.
Easy. Yeah, no, I think that's a good way to put it is Oklahoma, we were just a bunch of dudes. Henry and I had been in the scene and just random bands for a couple years. I'm trying to think. I guess it started. We had an original singer, which is kind of crazy to think about. Who Isaac and him originally put the band together. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isaac, you guys had, what was your plan for it originally?
We started out as almost like a funk rock, almost a Dave Matthews-esque vibe, and this was before Edgar or Sam joined the band, and we were playing this music, and then nothing ever really clicked with additional members, and after a while, our original lead singer started listening to modern baseball and microwave and that kind of stuff, and put out a Craigslist ad that said, hey, if you like these types of bands, we're into making music with you. And Edgar answered, and this other guy, ironically named Ben, answered, and he decided he couldn't do it after a couple sessions. He had school very far away, and Edgar had school very far away too, but he stayed committed,
I made it work, baby.
yeah. Yeah, and then our original lead singer poached Sam off of his band that was playing its last show in Norman. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And then once the singer left, original singer Jacob, once he left, I knew exactly who to replace him with. Henry and I go back all the way to first grade. So
yeah, it's
on
like
20,
2003 or something like that.
yeah, 20 some years
Sick.
now. So it was like, well, this is easy. Henry had also been in some other bands in the Oklahoma scene as well. So, and you were also in a perfect like opening. Where,
yeah, that was like 2021, I want to say, when that happened.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's awesome. Perfect.
I was gonna say that's really summed up well. The Craigslist thing is wild to hear how popular that still is, because I mean, like, like I'm thinking like late 2000s when I'm trying to form bands and stuff. Craigslist was the move and stuff like that, and it kind of feels like, I figure it kind of goes by the wayside. But like we've heard like Drought was on recently, they said the same thing, and it's like, it's basically like, it's like online dating with pals kind of thing. You got to like find someone where you really mesh with them. You got to be a little honest at first, but you kind of have like guard up, it's you got to find like 4 new boyfriends. Basically, it's a nightmare.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It is. And not to air them out because it's not airing out. I actually just find it incredible and amazing. But this is actually Isaac and Edgar's first band, playing like live shows, which is just, I mean,
Yeah.
freaking
Edgar, you're one of
awesome.
the stupidest guitarists I've ever seen in my life. Like
Thank you.
my biggest takeaway from this record, and Ben Quad in general, but especially this record, is like the guitar parts. Like, you guys have the tastiest, the tones, the riffs, the melt. Like, it's Midwest emo enough in there, but there's also like this, and maybe this is, you guys can hear what I'm saying, you'll understand. There's like a slight bit of like, and maybe it's the treaty oak in there, but it's like this slight bit of like middle America, Americana in there, where it's like, I grew up in Alberta, Canada, which I imagine is a lot like Oklahoma. And I can hear like Alberta in there a little bit. Like, there's stuff in this record where, when my first thought hearing this was like, this band is going to be so big because this doesn't just appeal to the coast or like Michigan. It's like this just has this sound,
Yeah, there's definitely some twang in there, like especially like this last record. I think I listened to a lot of like MJ Lenderman, like Wednesday, like leading up to this record, and I knew I had to like put some of that in there.
I just saw your album of the year list, and I saw that, yeah, Wednesday made that as well.
Oh yeah, good
Nice.
records.
Was there like a conscious effort from going from I'm scared that that's all there is to this record of changing the sound at all, or is just kind of like, this is just the way it fucking went?
I think it was a natural progression. You know, the way things worked out, we had put out the first record, then we put out a single that was us kind of like flexing, like, hey, we can do like the heavy screamy stuff too. And then, we signed to Pure Noise and then put out an EP that was all like screamy stuff. And so I think this record that we just put out was just like a culmination of all of that put together. We like kind of wear all the influences on our sleeves, the like third wave stuff, the screamy stuff. And like, I think if anything, the record is just a reflection of like what we listen to and like what we listen to now. So it's a good like mixture of like that post-hardcore and emo stuff, but also, like I mentioned, like the alt country and like kind of like the more like hyper poppy, like futuristic stuff, I guess.
I like that. Very rarely can things blend in like Jason Isbell and 100 Gex. So that's
Yeah.
very,
That's awesome.
very, very creative there. Wait, so is that voicemail from Sam Canty? Is that real? Is that him talking shit on your E EP?
Well, he's not talking shit. We had told him to send us a joke voicemail at one point because we were already talking to him about being a feature on the record, and he was super stoked about it. So we were like, yeah, you can you like just do like a little feature on this bridge? And then we also thought it'd be funny if he opened the song out with just this a voicemail that was just dunking on us. So he called me at like 3 a.m, just left this funny ass voicemail. So we threw it in there.
It's so good. And as soon as you're telling me that story, like, I thought we made the EP that was heavier. I was like, oh shit, was he actually mad at you? Like,
No, he was just drunk, and he was a perfect actor.
there we go. Played that part very well. So let's take it back. Amanda's, I think, having some gnarly weather issues in Kentucky. I don't know.
Oh no.
Oh shoot.
I don't know. Normally it's me. I'm just so glad it's not me this time. Ben Quad obviously is a nod to Ben Quadrinos, the pod racer there. Anakin as a pod racer, is this a case of maybe like he's like a to take it to Oklahoma, maybe like a Marcus Dupree, or maybe like a one of these stars that is a bright shining prospect and just doesn't pan out? How do you think Anakin's pod racing career would have went if he would have stuck with his true passion and calling?
Oh. Wow, that's a great question.
Man,
People gotta know.
Amazing. Probably
Yeah.
would have never gone to the dark side.
I was just saying, we
Honestly.
could be looking at like the Jordan, right? Like of
There'd
pod
be
racing.
100%. He would be the best, and there'd be a lot more younglings to tell the tale.
There
Is all.
would be a lot more younglings left here to tell the tale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his most famous quote might have been something like, "Love me or hate me, you watched."
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been
Exactly.
Right, yeah. Who do you think you are? I am. I would. Yeah. I believe it. Yeah, Hayden Christensen, if you're watching this, George Lucas. Yeah, we have ideas for a spinoff. I know you're always looking for new stuff. So let's talk about the state of emo and whatnot in 2025, because I think there's been this awesome movement the past few years that you guys are obviously a part of. And like Amanda was saying, I think of bands like you, Hot Mulligan, Arm's Length, these guys kind of leading the charge. But you also mentioned third wave, and obviously there's a lot of third wave influence in your music as well. What is your, not band origin, but what is the emo origins for you guys here?
I think we all come from like different backgrounds as far as like what we put to the table, I guess we can go down the line, but for me at least, like the origin of where like, my background comes for this kind of stuff is like I grew up just like being a metalhead, like, didn't really listen
All
to
the
pop
best
punk or
guitarists were
emo.
metalheads first.
And like I think that's where I got a lot of my guitar chops too, but I got into like when I was in high school, like the emo revival stuff was super popping. And so because of Bandcamp, I was into bands like Empire, Algernon, bands like that were coming up around like 2015, 2014. And so I think that was super like formative for me. And that just led down the pipeline. And so after that, I got super into like 90s emo, and like all that stuff put together is kind of like what I view as, kind of like, at least my framework for emo is that like twinkly emo revival stuff, but also just that like alternative like 90s stuff is just so like important to me. So even like in our writing today, I feel like that influence is always going to be there.
Hell yeah, I hear that.
Definitely. Henry, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I definitely lean more toward the pop punk side. Like it's always been like Blink-182 or the Starting Line have been like my main influences for like adding stuff to the band, if anything. So like anything, like I've always like tried to like get other influences, but it's always just circles back to pop punk usually. So like that's usually what it circles back to.
Sick. Well, that's definitely they're cousins. They're cousin genres, so it's close enough. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think Henry and I are cut from the same cloth. Again, we grew up together too, and I just remember Henry always liking that kind of music, and Henry was actually a big influence in me and what I listened to as a kid. I didn't have any older brothers, but he had dope ass older brothers who showed him the ropes. And we all benefited from that in that way. Like I remember Henry going to the fucking American Idiot tour, and that was when I started getting into Green Day. Like how old were you? Like
I think that was probably 2006, I want to say. So I was probably like 9 or 10, something like that.
so sick.
fascinating you say that, because I have this theory that because Green Day is really big in like 94 or so, and then Blink is really big in 99, and then Green Day's big
Right.
again in 04, and then Blink comes back in 09. They're like, if you're kind of born in this period, like early mid 80s, Green Day's your band. If you're born late 80s, early 90s, Blink's your band. If
Exactly.
you're born mid 90s, late 90s, then it's Green. Like it kind of alternates, which is your
Dang.
baseline of like, that's the pop punk band. So being a few years younger, I'm like, of course, like that would have been Enema for me. Like American Idiot would have fucking rocked your world.
Right.
Oh,
right.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So same for me. Cut from that same kind of cloth. I also I don't know. I also had a huge I'm gonna sound like the pretentious indie head, but I had a huge Modest Mouse phase as a kid.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it never left me. And so I feel like I try as much as I can to take Modest Mouse like melody influence and just his kind of artistic expression. I think for me a lot of the banjo came more from that side. For Edgar it was a lot more of the MJ Lenderman, but for me it was like I've always wanted to explore that kind of side. I used to take lessons in high school because I was obsessed with like Ugly Casanova and all the little side projects and Glacial Pace Recording, all of Isaac Brock's bands, and they were all
Sick.
super folky and all that kind of stuff. And so it was really cool kind of getting to dip into that as something as a influence, that kind of.
People talk a lot about like emo adjacent music and like, oh, this 90s band is emo before it's this and that, but it's like Modest Mouse to me especially is one of those, like Brand New is like one of the most highly regarded, or they definitely were at one
Right.
point, and I
Right.
go like, to me, like it's like we don't have to listen to Brand New now. Have you guys heard Modest Mouse?
Oh
Brand
yeah.
New
No, so
is
much of their
we
stuff
have
sounded like
Modest Mouse at home.
Exactly.
Right? Like
No,
especially as it
exactly.
goes on later. And then I got into
Yep.
Modest Mouse and I was like, oh, this is just, I'm dumb. This is just what he was doing. Like
It's the best. It's so good. And then I've said it before, but this album specifically, I was just jamming Third Eye Blind, the self-titled, just so much. It's just a classic. You were just talking about emo adjacent, that like it's maybe not necessarily emo,
that was
but
one of the that was one of the
it checks
records in
all
my
the
head.
boxes. Yeah,
Yeah,
it checks all the
and
boxes. It's a perfect emo record.
Fuck yes, it is. Yes, it is. And maybe one of the best records of the 90s, but like so many bands, like if you're under the age of like 30, 35 or so, like Third Eye Blind is kind of like, that's kind of the gateway, whether or not you realize it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is catchy. Wait, it's really emotional. It's fucking, there's layers to it. There's levels to it. There's hooks. Like,
So
oh my
good.
God. It's
We
a
all just want to be
goddamn-
them.
Mhm.
Right? Yeah. Stephen Jenkins is the gateway drug of emo. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's
What
a
about you,
gateway drug of
Isaac?
a lot of things.
I grew up listening to like indie emo stuff, but very, very like produced, like more popular stuff. Death Cab for Cutie, Jimmy Eat World, Reliant K, all that stuff, and that fed into my drumming. But then I encountered System of a Down and and bands like Lamb of God, and got into metal, got into prog via Rush, listening to some early Animals as Leaders, got into then I went through a major pop phase, which I'm still kind of in, major like Britpop, like the 1975 and those more like groove oriented things.
Okay.
And then even like Dave Matthews Band, like Carter Buford's drumming is a big. I tried to emulate some of that stuff.
I
and even
fucking
tried to do that
hate,
kind of
when I was a kid, I
stuff.
hated Dave Matthews, but that dude could rip on that drum kit so
Yeah.
hard. Even as a little
He's
kid,
an
I realized
incredible
it.
player, fully ambidextrous. Like, I wish I had that, but I got to work a little harder to get my left hand involved.
Yeah, right?
But,
Yeah.
but yeah, his playing helped me with that. And yeah, like I've said before, I feel like the drumming influence on this album came from like Seosin, and Jimmy Eat World, the Futures album. More like Seosin self-titled with Jimmy Eat World, the Futures. Yeah, Futures. Yeah.
Wow, interesting. Yeah, because there's so much of your like this new record especially has like these, like I was saying, these little tinges of like third wave this or that. It's like I feel like you guys purposely put just enough there to lure in people that maybe have left the genre, like very subtly. But like hearing that, it's like, okay, like kind of starts with the rhythm section and the like, and it's like if you're doing Seosin, then the rest is gonna follow. Doesn't the banjo can only do so much? It's still gonna fucking sound like it's gonna get screamy.
It's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, as Oklahomans, obviously there's some other big bands from that area. Not as many as there should be, maybe, but one of them is Red Sun. Do you guys are you guys friends with the Red Sun guys?
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I love those guys.
The boys.
A little insider info here, but you guys have heard the new record?
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. I've heard
Stupid.
it like 2 or 3
Yeah.
times. It's really good.
Stupid good. Yeah, 2026 I think is going to be Red Sun season.
Absolutely. It's gonna crush. They're insane. There's something in the water out here, especially with Quinn. Like just a mastermind and a genius. Even before Red Sun, just a true emo historian and yeah, I don't know, just the best humans in that band.
What is in the water down there? Because I mean, the same thing. I mean, we can look at like Michigan, same thing. Like Indiana, like we've had so many bands. Like I live in LA. We never interviewed bands in LA. What is going on out there? Is it boredom? Is it the tap water?
I don't know, lead poisoning.
Yeah,
Here we go.
yeah, probably lead poisoning and major evangelical trauma. Just a lot of and lack of education. It's harsh.
There we
It's
go.
harsh out here.
That's the Holy Trinity right there.
Yeah.
Parking lot.
Yeah, parking lots. Yeah, just
Yeah. Not a lot
As
of
far as the
of
eye
things.
can see.
You start getting more creative. You have less to do. You get more fucking creative with what you have.
100%.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, real cool.
So I have to ask, obviously about I'd say a couple weeks ago, there was some stuff on the internet. There was some crazy right-wing nut job video, a guy walking around, and he seems to be doing some sort of tribute to Ben Quad, walking right in front of your album cover there. Where is this album cover? Who is this guy? Is this a relative or a friend of yours? I think you guys are gonna, like this guy's tied to you now.
It's actually my uncle, and he was no, I'm kidding. It was very obviously from New York, some fucking whack job. That was a wild video to start getting tagged in. Edgar, you were.
I was gonna say, what a
wasn't-
fucking day for you guys.
Yeah, I wasn't on my phone until later in the day. But Edgar, what was it like when you started getting those tags?
It was funny. I woke up around like, I don't know, not even like early, like fucking 8:30 or 9, and just saw we got like 20 tags to like these random just reels, and I looked at them and it was just some dude like you guys know how the video went, but
Oh
like yeah, and I was like, oh my God, that's the fucking alley. And yeah, what are the odds?
I mean,
I don't even know. Like
we had
just
some
seeing
fun with
that
the.
happen with our album cover in the background.
We had some fun with it too. We had some marketing from it. We had our guitar tech in the same pose as that guy in front of the album in one of our reels, I think, on the last tour. Yeah, you gotta have fun with it.
You
No,
gotta
we
take it-
don't know
yeah,
who
you
that
guys were kind of had something dropped in your lap right there. You're like, all right, well, we can let's try to capitalize on it a little, I
Exactly.
guess.
Yeah. No, who knows who that was? I hope they did figure out who that guy was. What an insane
I hope
moment.
that man is doing some reflection right now.
Yeah, for real.
Totally.
For real.
Right? Yeah. I don't know what happened. Yeah. But so
Oh.
did that come out when were you guys on your Koyo tour when that happened?
Amanda, how's
Can you hear me or see me well at
Hmm.
all?
100%?
Yeah.
You're coming through
100%,
perfectly.
you're back. You're
Okay,
great.
yeah. My internet just completely went out on me. I apologize
No.
so much. We had like a snowstorm, and I think it's affecting the connection. So I apologize.
No,
It's that
don't
piece of
apologize.
It
shit,
should
Mitch
work now.
McConnell. He cut the funding
I
on you
know.
guys' power grid, bro.
I know. Yeah, he's mad because Charles Booker might get a seat. That's why he's upset.
Old turtle-headed bitch.
Anyways, I'm so sorry. Keep the conversation going. Apologies.
No, you're good.
We're Amanda, you saw it, right? There was like a couple weeks ago, there's a viral video, some like right wing, there's like a protest or something. This dude's going crazy. Someone's fucking with him. He's chasing him around and all this. And as it's happening, it's all happening right in front of the alley where the cover art for the first Ben Quad album happens at.
I did not see this. That is
It was
wild.
madness. I'm sorry. I should have said that to you. It was
Oh
yeah, it
my
was a few weeks ago. It was insane.
That's beautiful. Yes. Well, that's a nice legend to be a part of, I guess.
Yeah, it was. I'm glad the way it ended with him. Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad. It was. It was a good. Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
nice.
See. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as
Did
it
that come
ended
out when
well.
you guys were on your tour with Koyo?
I think right before.
Yeah, I
and
think right before
then,
we
like,
left.
Yeah.
me and
So,
Louis went and visited the alley like maybe like 2.5 weeks after it happened.
like, it's like the bridge in Aberdeen, Washington, and you're Nirvana fans or something. You're like, yeah, we got to go to Mecca.
Absolutely.
Lord. So, what's the difference in experience and like preparation and shit? Obviously, there's a lot, but if you can break it down for us, going from this fall touring with Koyo to this upcoming spring, you guys have a full U.S. tour with some of our best pals on this pod, some of our favorite bands, Riley, the motherfucking band, Aren't We Amphibians, the greatest San Diego band. We got Football Head on there as well, I think.
Yeah.
Like, what's the difference in doing a tour where you're the support act and doing a tour where it's your fucking show?
Well, it's our first time doing it, so we're going
You're like,
into it like
let's figure this out.
new.
Yeah.
And we're excited though. It's going to be, I think the vibe is going to be super energetic because every time we've done a couple headline shows the last year, and every time we've done a headline show, it's just gone absolutely ballistic. Like, I think, we had a lot of fun on the Koyo tour, but there's going to be a vibe shift for sure where it's like, playing a headline show is a lot different than playing a support show. So I'm just excited for kids to know every word and go nuts every night.
Mhm.
I think that's the
Yeah.
thing I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
and for the most part too, like we've played plenty of shows and hung out with Awa. We've done as many shows as we can with Riley. Riley's one of the OG bands that we first started playing with outside of our local scene. Yeah, back in like, God, when did we play our first show with them, Edgar? Like,
First show, like 2019, maybe.
yeah, like
Shit.
original singer days when we had a different singer.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's some OG homies. So that's the other cool part is we got to hand pick and we specifically picked for the vibes. And we know some
Good
members of
picks.
Football Head. Yeah, exactly. So it's one of those things where we get to hang every night. It's gonna be so rad. It's homie fest every night. It's gonna be great.
That's one of my favorite things in general about the scene right now. Like, were you guys ever Absolute Punk kids back in the day?
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
read some articles on that.
I had
website.
Jason Tate, the founder of Absolute Punk, on recently, and I asked him like the difference between then and now. And like the big thing is he's like, back then everything was competition. Bands weren't actually
Oh, yeah.
friends. Everyone's kind of fighting. There's only so many spots and this and that. Whereas like now, like this is a community. All the tide rises, all the boats. Like you guys are fucking pals. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's super cool. Like I went and saw Kerosene and Trash and Sports and those guys, and just like you could see the vibe. Like they're getting to, it's like summer camp. You're getting to hang out with friends. You aren't like isolated in the same way it would have been before. Like it's the boys and the girls having fun.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, 100%. And it very much. I mean, we're not big enough to fully do it yet, but that is our goal. If we ever get big enough to take bands out that make or break them, that's the goal, right? Is you wanna be able to create a healthy scene under you. Like you said, the tide rises all. It's we owe everything to Ha Mulligan, who took us out on our first massive
Yeah.
tour. It was one of their biggest headline tours at the time.
Yeah,
And
and
we
there's-
were just some little band that they took a chance on, and we would love to do the same in the future. It's all about that community nowadays. It's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like we did an episode a couple days ago where we were talking about Pierce the Veil and how Pierce the Veil is like the
Yeah.
biggest band right now. And like, yeah, a lot of it's TikTok, this and that, but it's like also, hey, they went and did an arena and a stadium tour with Blink 182. You know what I mean? Like that's
Oh, yeah.
thousands of people every night. Same thing opening for Hot Mulligan. There's 600 some people at every single venue here who have never heard you. And
Yeah.
yeah, maybe 300 of them won't give you the time of the day or something like that. But there's people there that you can fucking win over. And every one of them is going to go home and like, okay, I liked that one, like
Oh yeah,
it's grassroots.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. It's us versus the industry machine nowadays too. So that is why we all
That's
have to
true.
band together. Well, I feel like back in the day, it was a lot more pick me kind of industry
Yes.
moments because it
Oh,
was
yeah.
it was a bigger deal to get signed. I think there's
Mhm.
less money in it now right away, so
Yeah.
it's not that important.
That
We're all
too-
doing
that
it for the
too,
love
like-
of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Back then, it's like, who's going to get that big major label deal? Well, it's like, well, motherfucker, even if you do get that big major label deal now, the money ain't the same. Nothing's the same.
No.
There's no
yeah.
radio. There's no this or that. You need to be in this because you truly love it and you want to be a part of. It's like a religion,
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. 100%. I always say we'd be doing it whether or not any of this was happening. I
Hell
I
yeah.
know we would. It's yeah. It's just how it is.
Same thing. Just this is if you're part of this scene in general, like this is a community, and it's gets me
It's a beautiful
emotional.
thing.
You're getting me emotional, Sam. Amanda, I'm
We'll
sorry
have
I
to
haven't eaten
start
up the
crying.
last 20 minutes. Ask away.
No, it's okay. I don't know what you've talked about in the last 20
We
minutes.
talked
'cause it's
about
been-
a bunch of bullshit you would not have brought up probably. We brought up
Was
pod
it
racing.
Star Wars? Was it
Yeah,
Star
we
Wars?
talked Star Wars. Yeah, we talked.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
Anakin's pod racing career.
no, but
yeah.
did you ask my question? Because I know that Ben Quad came from the legendary pod racer, but my question is, who are your all's favorite side characters in the Star Wars franchise? Like any of the movies, any of the TV shows, or the cartoons, animated stuff. Favorite side characters.
Oh God.
I'm
that
honestly
is-
not as
Like
familiar,
if
so
it's
I
General
probably
Akbar.
couldn't.
Oh my god.
Is it General Akbar? That would be a good one. This question is a trap. No. I
It depends on how many Star Wars fans we have listening.
Plo Koon is a G.
oh,
Plo Koon is
Plo
awesome.
Koon.
Isaac, perfect frickin' answer. He was one of the first,
Plo
like,
Koon.
I used to have the classic action figures that came with like the cardboard
Yeah.
backing and the
Mhm.
and I believe I had a Plo Koon. Oh my God, one of the best. Him and the bounty hunter in Attack of the Clones. What's her name? The one that gets shot in the neck and she gets
Zam
all.
Wesell.
Oh,
Yes, thank you,
yes.
Isaac. Thank you. I think also a dope fucking side character in the whole
Beautiful.
universe.
I love it.
Hell yeah. There we go. Thank
See?
you, Amanda. That was a
I
good
was
pull.
That
curious.
was a great
Well,
was
question.
gonna-
yeah.
I have a soft spot for Watto. I used to work with a guy that looked just like Watto. Yeah, he kind of
That's
walked around. He kind of walked.
amazing.
Every now and then he'd like shake the. He grabbed the chain. It was a dealership. He was like the old guy used car manager. He'd pull like the coins out of his pocket when he was
Oh,
like kind of,
man.
and he'd shake them a little. And I'm just like, brother, like,
It's literally Watto. That's awesome.
right? I was like, I don't feel good about this. Like,
So
there's
silly.
a gentleman you might look like. Can I show you? You know, I don't
Yeah,
know.
you're like, let me- do you look like this person? Have you guys talked about Wisher yet? Because I do want to talk about the new album
in.
that just came out because I'm really curious about it. One of the things I'm curious about, so I know back in when you did your EP Ephemera, you had made the song, you're a part of it, and then you said if it got like 10,000 streams, then you'd make a whole EP around that, like more screamo type of music. So then you made Ephemera. So what was the idea behind Wisher then? Now you're coming into a full length LP, first time in the studio. What really, fueled and inspired this record versus the things you have done in the past?
I mean, Edgar, do you like?
I feel like I answered it a little bit earlier, but I think with Ephemera, I think the intention with that release was for it always to just be like a little sidestep in our discography,
Mhm.
something momentary. And we went into Wisher kind of with the intention of just in ways like bringing back, that first record sound, but expanding on it. And so,
Mhm.
yeah, we went into it bringing in influence from both previous releases and just adding what we were listening to, you know, whether that was like stuff we grew up on or just like stuff that was influencing us at the moment. So yeah, I think Wisher in a sense was us just going into the studio with like
Yeah.
a bunch of different influences and trying to make something unique.
Yeah.
I think that's the best answer I can give for that.
Yeah.
Oh, I
I
love
think
it.
that to even just boil that down, I think I felt it in the studio. We were straight up just having fun. We were just writing
Yeah.
some really fun music.
Mhm.
I think that like when Edgar showed us the original demos for a lot of these songs and a lot of this, I just immediately was like, "Oh, this is fun. This is going to be a
Yeah.
really good time." And I think that's behind a lot of it. I don't know if there was any forethought of like we have to sound like this or we want to
Yeah.
portray ourselves like this. I think it was, what do we feel like right now? I think that's always what our albums are. Is like, what are we feeling like right now? What's the vibe? How are we
Yeah.
feeling? What are we doing? What do we feel like making? And I think it's just insane that people like it. I think we're so lucky because that's
It's pretty-
isn't that the
it's pretty
point
cool,
of being
right?
a band? Like
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
whole thing. That's the point of being a band is making music you want to make and having a good time, music you want to listen to. And it's crazy that it's gotten us this far. It's awesome. It's so cool.
It's pretty fucking cool. Yeah,
It's
right?
amazing,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
One of our close friends, Ryan, he's the Swemo guy they call him online, big tape, bit more of a pop guy, but like a lot of these, Midwest whatever, not a lot of always his bag, but this record specifically, like I would mention, I was like, oh, we have Ben Quad tomorrow. He's like, tell them I love them. Like tell them I love them. I haven't stopped listening to Wisher.
Well, we
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah, I think
Who is
I
John
saw.
Markson?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, let's hear about the producer on this. Yeah, because I haven't seen that
He's the
name on as
legend.
many of these.
Dude.
Yeah, I was about to say.
He's the man.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, he's our papa. He's straight up.
We love John around here.
Yeah, we are full John stans. He is
Daddy John,
straight up. He is awesome. I can't imagine working with anyone else now. It's kind of messed up. He's an asshole for that. He kind of ruined my experience where now I'm stuck with him because he is truly like he doesn't try to correct your vision in any way. He sees the vision and he wants to expand upon it and he wants to make it the best that he can make it. And he's just the perfect, like, kind of eccentric a little bit, kind of quirky, kind of silly, loves to laugh. All we do is joke. Like that not only did I know this album was going to be fun going into it just because the music was so fun, but as soon as we got there and I met John, I was like, oh, this is going to be the best 3 weeks of my life. This is going to be insane. This is awesome.
This would be fun.
Yeah, when we left, we straight up compared it to summer camp as kids. We were like, this feels like we're
awesome.
leaving summer camp. Like, we don't want to go. It was awesome. It was such a good experience.
Sick.
Yeah.
What other records? He did some Drug Church records and stuff as well,
yeah.
right?
He just did the Drain record that came out, and one release that he worked on that I'm super hyped on is the I Promise the World EP. So he's done some cool stuff.
Yeah, he did that most recent Story So Far record as well.
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
pop
that
punk
one
side.
too.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, it's a good record.
And he's just
Yeah.
friends. He's the Pure Noise guy now. He's the go-to guy for all them because he's just friends with everybody in that industry. His bands, he's been in bands for a long time too. He's like a real musician. That's the other thing too, is like it's so nice. You don't run into it that often anymore, but there was a time where it was like, people would just buy the gear and they would try to sell you.
Producer,
I'm a
it was like,
producer.
if you can't teach. If you can't
Yeah.
teach, then buy the equipment and record and put some ads up and record some bands. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's
and you
been
understand
so
the technicality,
cool.
but you've never been in. You're not viewing it from the right perspective. It's not
Right.
your art. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And John sees it as the art that it is. He's incredible. He's awesome. If anyone else wants to add,
Yeah, he's
To the
dope.
amazing
Like,
his
I
setup
feel
is
like-
cool too.
oh yeah, the farm. It's really
Yeah.
fun.
Where's the studio at?
Yeah.
Flemington, New Jersey.
Flemington, yeah.
And there are so many animals all over the place.
So it's a legit
I love
farm.
Being around the animals. Yeah, yeah. There are great huge cows, geese, ducks, chickens. Yeah, and some of the ducks are assholes. But
It happens.
I got attacked by one. Usually I'd just hiss back and he'd cool off, but one day he just wasn't having it.
Such a silly time.
Motherfucker's gonna end up in some soup.
Always trying to be the alpha, see where that gets you.
Right, yeah. Yeah, right, yeah. Listen, brother, yeah.
Oh yeah. It was cool being on a location. We've always recorded at home. Just driving away from an hour or so from home, so it was very cool to wake up and be in
You're
the studio and just
immersed
be in
it,
that
like you're
space.
truly
Yeah.
like that's your
Exactly.
job is making this record. There's no
Yeah.
outside bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that Fleetwood Mac shit. It was really cool. It was very cool.
Were any of you guys speaking of Fleetwood Mac? Were any of you guys like dating and stuff like that during this record? Was there any of that Fleetwood Mac here? Like,
Well, Henry and I have a little thing. I don't want to get into it. It's messy.
Yeah,
I don't
it's a whole
want to.
thing.
Yeah, let's not.
It's
I felt bad enough
yeah.
bringing up
Singers.
the age stuff
Yeah,
earlier.
it's a whole thing. We
all
have time right now.
Yeah,
The romance
it's
life of the Ben Quaders.
on and off again for the last 20 years. Let's not talk about it.
Well, I hope things turn into a Hallmark Christmas film for you guys this year.
Oh, exactly. Always
That's
a happy
true,
ending there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll decide who's red dress and green sweater. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, we can
Oh, I
flip a
love
coin
it.
for that if you guys want. Yeah.
There
What
we
is
go.
the song title process in general for this band? Because in the world of Midwest emo, in general, like, you know, Hot Mulligan gets a lot of love for theirs, but personally, your song titles really scratch me all over my itchy places. For real, we got, you know, I mean, we got Billy Madison in here. We got Home
Yeah.
Alone. My question is, classic case of Guy on the Ground. It's at the top of my head. What is this from? It's
Oh, that's from the
bothering me.
movie Role Models. That's one of our favorites, like
That's
Paul
what it
Rudd and
is.
Sean William Scott. Oh yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
I knew. I'm like, I
yes.
know what this is, but if I
When they
just
do the
Google the
LARPing.
line,
Yeah, that's one
Yeah,
of our
it's-
favorite movies. We watch all the
it's-
time.
Yeah,
Oh,
love
that's
that movie.
fantastic.
So I think that you just nailed it on the head there. That's what we do. Is we love movies. All Henry and I do, and I know Isaac as well. A lot of our life is spent watching movies and just absorbing pop culture through that. I know Edgar too. You catch your fair amount as well. It's I don't know how else, and it's such a relatable thing, right? That's how I connect
Yeah.
with so many people, like what we just did right there. It's one of those things where it's a talking point, it's a comment. You can relate so many things in life to movie quotes and that kind of stuff. I
Right.
just my mind is just constantly swirling with movie quotes and with that kind of stuff. So I think what happens is Henry and I text the group chat, can we please name a song this? Can we
Please.
please name a song this? And as long as it's not too out there, usually it goes through.
is there a process of like, okay, so these are ideas for song titles. Like, yeah, we just watched this hilarious film. There's a funny line here. Is there a specific, like, okay, maybe this goes for this song, or is it just totally fucking random, like that South Park where the Family Guy jokes are made by dolphins?
Yeah, it's pretty random, except for I will say Very Big in Sheboygan felt right because we say December and the song just felt really hopeful and Christmassy, and I was
It
like, you know what?
does.
Even though it's not a Christmas song, but relating it to a Christmas movie and a good scene of someone helping somebody, you know, like in a moment of need and you know, like that kind of like I'll do anything to get back to my loved one moment. I'm like, this actually is like the first time the random quote kind of lines up perfectly.
see.
So
Yeah.
otherwise
I don't
it's
think you
random.
meant to be that
It's completely
inspirational,
random.
but wow, that is beautiful.
It is. Well, speaking of Very Big in Sheboygan, so I saw a tweet where someone's like, can this like be the new Neck Deep December? Because
Oh,
and I was like,
saw
it
that.
is more hopeful. It is a much
I'm
more
for
hopeful
it.
song. It's akin to like the Christmas season. I'm all for making this a Christmas
No-
song. That
No
goes on the
offense to
emo
Neck
Christmas
Deep
list.
if you guys are listening right now, but
Yeah.
yeah, I prefer Very Big in Sheboygan personally. Yeah.
Sorry, Ben.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, no, I think it's that was our whole point with Wisher. We've said it before. It was to just be a little more hopeful this time. You know, we're just a little more hopeful in general.
I like
it.
that.
I like that. I
Rob
like that a
talks a
lot.
lot
It's a nice
about-
positive way to look at things.
Yeah. Rob talks a lot about the newer bands being yearners and not burners in this scene, whereas third wave emo, man, they didn't like their significant others, and they were
No.
going to tell you
A lot of
about
anger.
it.
You're mad at you're
A
mad
lot
at
of
girls.
anger.
You're mad at your parents. You're mad at your town.
Yes.
I don't like that. I want to feel hopeful. Like you. I mean, like Edgar, your album of the year list. To me, the album of the year and the song of the year was Kerosene Heights, Blame It on the Weather, and New Tattoo, because there's just this like we can still be emotional and sad and feel a wider range of emotions, but it's better to focus it on something
Yeah.
nice, and like there's this positivity there, you know, that just say you will and I will
Yep.
too, you know. It's just like we can be lovers. We don't gotta
Yeah.
fight.
Absolutely.
We don't have to fight.
Exactly.
Beautiful thing.
Now, who knows
Hell yeah.
how we'll feel in 2 more years of whatever's going on. So you know,
That's-
or
yeah.
another year of whatever the hell's going on where
Did
we're at.
yeah.
So like that's
Yeah.
the fun part too, right? Is maybe we'll be more angry again. You know, we'll see.
Yeah, and between LP2 and LP3, there could just be a fucking EP that's totally out of the way. You could do the acoustic EP there, the new metal E EP.
It'd be silly, wouldn't it? Maybe we'll
Yeah.
we'll try to get Fred again on a track and do some wonderful, just like some kind of trance, some house,
Mhm.
something
His-
sick.
You know, his buddy Skrillex, he does come from our world. Maybe,
That's
you
true.
know?
That's
you wanna,
true.
Yeah, you want to fucking show people you don't forget where you came from, Sonny
Oh,
Moore.
I want to make a song
on,
that would just
Sonny.
be perfect on a old school codtage, on an old school like WoW montage, or not what, like a World at War WoW montage, or like a,
Yeah.
you know, like a classic Call of Duty quick scoping montage. That's what I want to make
That's
next.
how
So we'll hit up
YouTube
Skrillex.
you guys are purists, like old souls in a way, where it's like that used to be what YouTube was. I remember I wanted to hear the Alkaline Trio song. I had to go search it up, and I had to watch someone play a video game if I wanted to
That's
listen to
right.
that song. If I wanted to know a funny joke back in the day, there was no memes. I had to quote the 3 movies that came out that year all year long. And like you're saying with
That's
the movie
right.
quotes, like society was maybe a little more connected than when we were quoting Anchorman. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know?
Every
we quoted
kid got to
Anchorman a
school,
lot.
you know, and
Right?
exactly.
Yeah, now I've seen 100 memes in the last 2 days that are the funniest thing I've ever seen, and none of them stick in my brain. But I could tell you 60% of the time it works every time for the rest of my life.
Yep. Yep. We weren't meant to be, absorbing this much. We really weren't.
No.
What is the as clear true cinephiles and probably letterbox users here, what is the collective Ben Quad, the film of Ben Quad?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I feel like maybe like Lord of the Rings.
Ah!
Oh, Amanda, what do you
Yes!
know?
My
Oh my-
personal nomination. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I
thing
feel
of
like
all time.
for like all 4, I feel like
That's
that's
so
something we all enjoy.
I think that is something we all enjoy. I remember, Edgar, you
Oh.
saw it more recently for the first time, and I think I
Yeah,
remember
I
you
think we
liking
have
it.
like a movie date, and I watched it for the first time. That first one is like so good. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's-
Fellowship's amazing.
It's my favorite.
Yes.
too.
Oh, now you're my new favorite band. You've won my
I
heart
was gonna
over.
say, yeah, you got me
Lord
with
of the
the
Rings
Adam
is-
Sandler, and you got Amanda with the Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings is my
I mean,
absolute
West is one
favorite.
of our song titles on that.
It's right.
Oh yeah,
I
we
didn't
always
even
have a
think
Lord of
about
the
that.
Rings reference in a song title. It's always our sad
Oh
songs.
shoot!
Yeah.
I didn't think of
Wow,
that.
West.
But Damon,
Okay.
yeah. Now I'm gonna go back through your discography and I'm gonna look for all the Lord of the Rings references. Yeah, but Samwise Gamgee.
Now you're gonna like
his
start
quote
picking
from the
them
Two
out and stuff
Towers.
like that.
Exactly. Yeah, his quote from the Two Towers was my senior year quote in my yearbook. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, you
I'm the kind of
Oh, I
person who'll
love
go
that.
watch the extended films back in theater because I know they're coming back out in theater soon. All the extended
Oh,
ones. Yeah. So,
I did that.
but I think you guys might be touring. You
It's
might be a little
awesome.
busy touring when they come out.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Well, yeah. There'll be an off day in there where you can hit your local AMC
Oh, I
and
hope
collectively.
so.
Yeah. I don't know if
Yeah.
there is there.
Hour plus.
We can make it
Is there
happen.
$120 daily per diem in the budget there, so you guys could hit the fucking movie
oh, yeah.
theater though?
Yeah, it's a business expense.
Yeah,
it's fine.
business
Yeah,
it's fine.
cards.
Write it off. Write it off.
Morale
You can
You'll
do
have
it.
Riley on the tour with you. You'll probably have Connor Shack there. Make him pay. He's a father.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, he's fine. He's got it all.
He's got. There we go. But speaking of West of West, I mean, there's Sam Canty, Zaina from Sweet Pill, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
a Microwave and Treaty Oak. You guys kind of got some rapper vibes on here with all these features.
Yeah.
A little
was
bit.
was this something you planned out ahead of time, or was this same thing where we're just having fun, everything's community? Like, yo, it'd be funny if you popped in on this.
Exactly that. It was very It was very much. We were in the studio, and as we were writing, it led. We'd just be like, God, frickin' Sam would sound awesome. Like a country twang on this would be insane. Or it was like, we need a high pitched vocal. We need someone with a way, a higher range than us. Can we get, Zaina, or can we get, who can we get?
Mhm.
Like it was very much that kind of vibe. And even with Nate from Microwave, it was so funny. We absolutely love Nate. He's such a sweetheart. That tour with them was one of our favorites, especially getting to meet them full circle because we had brought them up in the Craigslist ad. So insane.
That was I was gonna say, you mentioned them earlier. Yeah, you're like, we're listening to
Yeah.
Mobo and Microwave. Yeah.
And I just remember texting Nate, typing it out. He must have seen that I was typing because I was texting him. I was like, hey, man, we've got this song on the new record. I think you'd be great on it. Let me send it your way. Before I could even put my phone back down on the table, he had responded with like, yes, absolutely. I was like, damn. Well, that was easy. Okay, I guess we'll move on to the next one. Like, it is such a community. Everyone here is just so stoked to work with each other and just to be on each other's stuff. It's the coolest shit ever.
I love it. I love that. That's the most beautiful shit ever. But just it's like a celebration too. You know what I mean? Like, we're all part of everything here. You like our well, this record came out on the same day. Go listen to this one too.
Mhm.
There's enough
Oh yeah.
time in the world, and there's so much shit and all this. It's like there's no use fighting over that 3 minutes of your attention. Like, just go listen to that record. Throw on ours next. Like,
Yeah.
You're gonna see
Easy.
us all eventually because we're all swimming in the same pool.
Especially nowadays, everyone's making records, sub an hour for the most part. So it's pretty
Mhm.
easy to throw a record on.
It is, yeah.
And they're no longer 15, 16 track records as often as they used to be. And even if they are, the songs are usually pretty short. So it's so easy to take this all in. And again, just we all rise together. It's so easy that way. Come on.
Exactly. I was talking to Troy from Thoughts on Bowling in Deer, Cincinnati when they were in town here, and I like he's like 19, 20. These guys are kids, and I'm just like, you don't understand how much nicer this is now than before. And I was like, this is booming. I was like, there's one hot mulligan right now. There's about to be 8 hot mulligans. You guys can
Yeah.
all
Oh,
be
yeah.
hot mulligans.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
I mean, even in the microcosm of the Oklahoma scene, Henry can attest to this as well, but being in bands in different genres in Oklahoma, for some reason, everyone's stepping on each other for the scraps that the Oklahoma bubble gets. It's like, why are we fighting over these tiny little, like, what we should all be in this together as soon
Fighting
as we
over the
got into the
feature
emo
in
scene.
the Norman Gazette or the
Yes!
State Fair set where you're gonna get $550.
Preach. Thank you. Like that's it's like, why are we fighting over this when we could all be working together to make all
Yeah.
this happen? And as soon as we left it and joined the emo scene, now you see, bands like Red Sun and Us and bands like
Yeah.
Sunfoe and all these bands that really should be getting a lot bigger too. Limp Wizard, Sunfoe, Honor Choir, like these bands that are about to get their flowers as well. It's gonna be awesome.
Sunfoe's been on my radar so much lately. I've been seeing that name pop up so much. I think they follow us. I've interacted with them.
Yeah,
I don't
they're
think I've
dope.
checked them out yet, but it's like I will list them after this. Where I've been seeing that name a fucking lot. Like you're saying, like it's same thing where it's like tides just rising things, and even
Yeah.
just touring together and stuff like that. Like you guys have kind of crossed out of this world a little more. We're like getting a little more mainstreamy, I guess, if that exists. You know what I mean? Like you've broken
Yeah.
containment, but maybe
Yeah.
Aren't We Amphibians haven't? You know what I mean? Like now you
Dog,
can
they're
give them that
crushing right
rub.
now. Yeah,
Right? And
yeah,
and we can you
Yeah,
don't have to be
they
like,
are.
who are this fucking Joshua kid? He's really good at this too. He play like, ooh, there's no it's like
Josh, the sweetheart,
Right?
our boy,
The
yeah,
headphones?
sweetest boy in the world.
Yeah, what it like? Come on.
Occurred to me to watch
When I had him on here, I was like, all right, you're on PNWK. I was like, who on the label do you want to fight? And he's like,
Oh,
we don't really want to fight anyone. We're more of like a hotel room Family Guy band.
It's so true. So true. They're the best.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Healthy scene.
Yeah. I imagine that if they ever did a book like the Where Are Your Boys Tonight for this wave of emo, it would be a lot happier of a book than
It'd just be a lot of no, it'd be
'cause
like
everyone's
unreadable.
like
'Cause
bullshit talking each other in that book. It's not like-
it'd be unreadable because you guys would just be all these inside jokes between bands because you guys are all friends now, and people would be like,
Oh,
"What
yeah.
the fuck is going on?" Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
It would be a lot like this tour pass from our first tour, which is
God.
Riley's Ryan and Edgar making out. It'd be very much a lot more like that. A lot of those photos.
Beautiful.
Great. That's awesome. That's Brian's one of my like. I love them. Like you go, it's like
Oh my gosh.
I've seen like discourse around them where they're like they identify themselves
mean-
as a queer commie band. Like, it's
The
Well,
best
I
queer
get it,
comedy
though.
band I know.
like, fuck yeah, no, very cool.
Yeah. So in terms,
yeah.
yeah. So in terms of sound, I did want to ask you. So in the song, did you decide to skip a crafts? Sam's opening talks about like your sound is different, change it. Is that a critique that
We-
you've been getting
Yeah,
or
we
anticipating?
talked about that when you were gone.
Oh,
yeah,
you
we
did.
just talked
Well,
Of
about
course. Okay.
That's
Yeah, but-
actually that specific question though. I think it was kind of making fun of what we were anticipating. That's a good
Okay.
way to put that.
Yeah.
Is we were expecting people to be like, what the hell are they doing? They were just post-hardcore sounding, like what's going on? And so we were kind of playing on that with Sam being like, hey man,
Yeah.
send us a fake call, kind of upset about our change in sound again. Like that, it's just it's that we were definitely, it was an anticipation thing for sure.
You're getting ahead of the
Okay.
narrative and you're shifting
Getting
the
ahead of the
narrative
narrative.
yourself. Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah.
Like
It works every
we
goddamn
can
time.
control. We
Oh,
can be
yeah.
our own haters and trolls.
Exactly.
I love it.
Limp Bizkit sucks.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of Limp Bizkit, so how close are you guys to getting to be the butt rock that you put in your in all of your profiles on the social. I was like, do they want to be on like the Spotify divorced dad rock playlist? Is that their goal?
I'd be so down. We just want to play
Please.
Rocklahoma.
Mhm.
That's that.
Oh, I
Yeah,
was gonna
that's
say,
yeah.
Get you on that
Okay.
Rocklahoma, some rock on the
Okay.
range shit. You
Rocklahoma.
guys would
What
do
was
great
the-
at a parking lot, airport hangar festival. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What was the most
Exactly.
recent Rocklahoma lineup? I actually do want to see if we would have been good on there. We've got Marilyn Manson, Alice Cooper, The Darkness, Hinder,
Darkness?
Hinder.
Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace, Shine Down, 311. We'd go great on that. We'd go absolutely perfect
Man,
on that.
The
that's
fuck is
like-
going on in Oklahoma? Damn.
That's the
Butt rock.
epitome of yeah, it's the epitome
Just
of-
pure butt rock.
Right?
That's what's
Yeah.
poppin' there. Really.
Yeah.
Real talk.
It's where we come from.
Yeah, I get it. No, same like I was saying,
Yeah.
living in Alberta, you can't escape where you come from
No.
sometimes.
You
It's in your
can't.
roots.
Oh yeah.
Wait, favorite butt rock band? What's your favorite butt rock band?
Ooh, I don't know.
Ooh.
Oh, that's such a hard question.
I
If
think
I'm
I mean,
being
okay.
Well,
How
there's
about
four of you
your-
here. There's four of you
your-
here.
yeah,
The
your
Mount
four of you. Your
Rushmore.
Mount
butt
Rushmore.
rock, Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Breaking
okay.
Benjamin is good.
Breaking
Breaking Benjamin's
Benjamin.
up there.
Hooba Stink.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. I want to say like Crossfade, that first album with Cold and all that on there,
Yes.
where they had the extra guy who would just talk.
The one that the guy just like, I never meant to be so
yes,
cold.
yes. That album is the epitome of butt rock. I think that shit's awesome. These are personal though, because I mean, like Shine Down would be up there. Fucking
Oh yeah.
They'd have to be, yeah.
you know, like 3 Days Grace would probably be up there.
Yep,
God, butt rock is so silly. I don't know.
it is.
I did a video like a year and a half ago online about like the biggest rock band the last 30 years, you know, in terms of whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I think it's Blink. And I had so many comments, people being like, Shine Down. They have 19 #1 hits. And I'm like, I've only heard Shine Down on the wrestling shows. I don't think people are listening to. And I went and looked, and they do. But it's like
Yeah.
it's radio. #1 on radio means it gets the most plays. It's
Mhm.
not the same as like the Hot 200 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a different
Yeah.
thing. But
Yeah.
I've never heard these Shine. And I went and looked. I'm like, they don't even tour within like 100 miles of me. Like they don't come
Oh,
to the
no.
coast. Like it's very.
They know.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
unaware of
Five
Shine
Finger
Down's
Death Punch
game.
also huge.
Five Finger Death Punch is also
Yes.
huge.
Ah,
Yep.
FFDP.
Yeah. That is, I
Oh,
would
yeah.
love to be on Rocklahoma. I would. I really
Yeah.
would. It'd be awesome.
You guys are
Next
getting fired
album.
up. I think this drywall ain't gonna stand a chance.
Well, may I say, can you come to my neck of the woods, Kentucky, and play Louder Than Life then one year if you're going to play with all these butt rock bands?
Oh,
Can you-
absolutely.
Please.
Love Kentucky.
Oh, do you? Wonderful.
Would love
What do
to
you
go.
know? That works out perfectly.
It does.
So before we wrap up, just a couple of questions. One thing I like to ask, you know, songs are like they're like your babies, your children, you know, you care for all of them, then you release them into the world. It's scary. But everyone has a favorite kid. So what are your favorite songs on this record?
Easy for me. Classic Case of Guy on the Ground.
Yeah.
I think it's
I've got the
That was
same answer
mine.
for sure.
Yeah, I think Sheboygan or Classic Case. That being said, West of West is up there too, just because I love the guitar work on that song. It's and the bass. That little part where Edgar's dueling himself and Henry's bass sounds like it's about to explode through the speakers. I just love that shit. It sounds so awesome.
Yeah, West of West is one of my favorites, and then I think Painless is up there too.
Oh yeah.
Painless is good.
Hell yeah. No, every time I see one of your videos playing guitar, Edgar, I feel so discouraged. I'm just like, you and Stu from the band Excuse Me, Who Are You are the two. When I watch
Stu's
you
really
play, I'm
good.
just like, I don't know why I ever picked up a guitar. Like, I'm not very good at this. Like,
This is why we're in podcasting.
yeah, this
Rob.
is why.
This
Yeah,
why-
yeah. We're just talking now. I'm like, all right.
Yes.
God, you think
can take
I
a
have
hint.
to? I have to play a guitar next to that guy. It sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks
Yeah,
so
yeah.
bad. What am I
It's
doing?
humiliating sometimes.
That's all I'm doing. Just yeah, like God. But yeah, that's why we put him front and center. I say it every show.
It's a good move. It's a good move. It works out
Mhm.
well.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Really appreciate it. Before we go, though, where can everyone find you on the internet? How can they get in touch with you and keep up with you?
How do people get a hold of you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dox yourself.
You can find
Yes.
us at,
What's your email address?
oh yeah, here's our zip code.
I was like, can I see your credit card? I'm just trying to see something.
Yeah. Stormtrooper name.
Yeah, you can find us at Ben Quad OK, basically everywhere. You know, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter.
Yeah. And
you
like
know, all those
I like
websites.
to tell my relatives now, you can Google us. That's the
Yeah.
crazy part. You
That
can
feels
straight
good
up, if
every
you
now and then,
Google
right?
Ben
Yeah.
Quad, all of our socials will pop up, our label, our website where you can get some merch, find the album, all that
Yeah.
cool stuff.
And a Wikipedia page. You should tell your relatives. I mean,
We have a Wikipedia page?
You do. Yeah, you're big time now. You have a
Damn, yeah.
Wikipedia
Every now and then
page.
when we have someone with a Wikipedia
Yeah.
page, I'm like, ooh, wah wah
Ooh,
woo.
that's a big
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Thankfully, I listen to your
Castle.
band a lot, but
Been
like
in
some,
the castle.
yeah, we've got a few bands with a Wikipedia page that I wasn't as familiar with. I'm like, oh, this is like a cheat sheet.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. I'm gonna have to look into that.
You might want to, because you never know. That's
There might be
crowdsourced
some
information
misinformation on there you want to clear up. Yeah.
You might just want to look at it.
Yeah, fair point. Fair point.
Yeah.
Go take
yeah.
a look. Well, sick. Thank y'all. Appreciate you.
Yeah, for real.
No,
Yeah, no,
thank
we're
you guys
happy to
so
have you
much.
guys on. This has been great.
Thank you for joining us again. Like Wisher is one of the best records,
Mm.
not even just best records, but you guys are just emo's in such a great place right now. The scene's in a great place, and you guys, whether you want to admit it or not, are kind of some of the leaders in this
Yeah.
world right now.
You are.
And it's awesome to see. It's awesome to see you guys are even sweeter in person. And I'm gonna bug your guys' teams, because we have a website where we do write-ups and reviews and show stuff like that as well. So
Yeah.
we're gonna bug your teams and come to your shows, and
Yes.
we'll see you on the road this year with Football
Yeah.
Head, Are We
Yeah.
Amphibians, and Riley the motherfucking band.
Awesome.
It's
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
awesome. Hope we see y'all. Definitely hit us up and
For sure.
thanks again. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun year.
This show is a part of the Never a Phase Network, a collective of creators dedicated to keeping the spirit of the scene alive. Our network of creators make social media content, they share music news and reviews, and of course bring you great podcast content. For more information, please visit neveraphasenetwork.com and follow Never a Phase Network on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
I'm not nearing my 40s. I just want to make that clear. Like I'm still 30, flirty, and thriving over here.
Hey man, it's your boy Petty Hendrix, man. You tuned in to Emo Kid Anomalies. Check it out. You did.